Hello everyone and welcome back to Midnight Inc. YouTube channel. It's been a minute since I've done a video and done a reading, obviously. I've been taking some time to focus on myself and my sobriety as well. So we're back. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to do a 2-pile reading of what you need to hear right now, followed by 2 oracle decks. I want to get a little bit of a reading off of too. So these are both of the piles. So whatever one you feel drawn to, go to that, whether it's the deck or the crystal that you feel drawn to, whatever. Or if you want to listen to both of them, you're welcome to as well. So let's get started and set the intentions. Alright. Please and thank you, Spirit. Speak through me as you always do. And let this be a reading that everyone needs to hear right now. What is the most top thing that they need to hear? So let's go on ahead and get started. We're going to get started with my pile ones. So pile ones, I will see you at your reading. Hello, my pile ones. So if you chose this Modern Witch Tarot deck and this crystal, this is a blue lace agate crystal. This will be your reading. So let's see what you need to hear right now from Spirit. So please and thank you, Spirit. What do my pile ones need to hear? Right off the bat, we have the Lovers. So you could be dealing with a relationship right now. Alright, let's see. Please and thank you, Spirit. What does my pile ones need to hear? We have the World. We have the High Priestess and the 9 of Swords. Let's see what else. Please and thank you, Spirit. That's too many cards. Please and thank you, Spirit. What more does my pile ones need to hear? What more do my pile ones need to hear? Queen of Swords. Let's get one more. Okay. Alright. Now, if this isn't a relationship, it could be referring to a career, a new career that you've kind of put your energy towards. You could be choosing to live somewhere else for this job or whatever it may be. I'm trying to figure out, let's get some meanings for this real quick, because I'm curious of why you're getting the 9 of Swords. I mean, you could, if this is referring to a relationship, I mean, you could be traveling far away for this relationship. What else, Spirit? Okay. Please and thank you, Spirit. Why the 9 of Swords? Okay. Yeah. This could be like an indecision of leaving behind people, a relationship where you feel most comfortable in. I kind of feel like this is what would keep you up at night. Yeah, again, where is that? Where'd that card go? Yeah. It's conflicting spot. It's like you're feeling conflicted if this is the right way to go. But I also feel like changing your perspective on this situation. I personally feel like where you're at currently, you're not maybe receiving the finances that you feel you deserve, or could be you're not surrounded by the people that you need to be surrounded by, or the right relationship. But with this World card, we do have the Four of Wands, which does talk about, hold on, sorry. That does talk about somebody coming together, making agreement, or reconciliation, or partnership. It doesn't even have to be because of a relationship. And I feel like you're wanting to step into your High Priestess era, where you are, I kind of see this as like a businesswoman, like, or man too, don't matter. Kind of just going after what sparks this new interest in your mind. Like it's going, I feel like you're wanting to go towards this thing, because it feels refreshing, it feels new, and it feels challenging too. I think this is the challenging part because you're kind of wanting to step out of your comfort zone, and that's something you're not used to. I think like you've kind of just been not living life towards your standards and what you want. And with this Queen of Swords, I mean, this is someone who takes control of their thoughts, control of the situation, control of their life. And change is very hard. I get that because I'm going through change myself. But I feel like you might be looking at it in all negative aspects right now. And I think what Spirit is encouraging you to do is flip your perspective. Because I feel like not only will you receive that financial or that family support, friend support, or like a potential person in your life that is going to give you that full support. I think like, or maybe you're currently surrounded by that support now, and maybe it's very hard for you to look at the good things because you've been surrounded by so many negative. We do have the Tower. So, yeah, this could be like a recent shift in your life. Something abrupt happened. It could have been like, you know, you quit your job, or you broke up with that person, or you like left the country, or you might have chose to live somewhere else, and you're just like, this is scary change, but it was well needed. So all right, I'll put the Tower here. All right, what else, Spirit? Yeah, see? Eight of Cups, leaving behind what you felt familiar to. Anything else, Spirit, for my pile ones? Yeah, you're gonna see this come to fruition, whether it is referring to a career or a relationship. Yeah, it could be referring to a relationship. It doesn't have to, but I am getting the Judgment and the Lovers, which is a major arcana. It kind of felt like you felt like you weren't on the right path with maybe who you were with, or whatever job you were at. Or maybe you were leaving behind like a toxic family, like ties. Yeah. And it didn't feel like you were going to be much fulfilled any longer in this situation. So you had to get yourself back on the right path. Anything else, Spirit, before I get into the Oracle cards? This is definitely a emotional time for you, for sure. With the Ace of Cups, it's a very emotional time, and I think that you really need to love on your inner child right now, because you could not be having support from others around you. They could be trying to tell you, like, hey, this is a bad idea, this isn't going to work, but you feel in your heart that that's what's best. Right now, we got the Temperance. You're going through a balance right now. You're trying to balance between what do I want and who do I want in my life. Yeah. Balancing out. Yep, we've got the Devil. So yeah, cutting toxic ties, or you could be like me, going on my sobriety journey. Like, you could be cutting out things that aren't good for you. Doesn't even have to be a substance. It could be unhealthy habits. Like maybe you just kind of sat inside your house a lot, and now you're wanting to like go out more. I feel like you're a person that says fuck traditions, and you fully stand on that. Like, I feel like that is an unwavering thing about you, and I really feel like you should go full force with this. So I guess if you had a question when you first clicked on this reading, like, is this a yes? Should I do this? I have so much doubt in my mind. Well, it's a yes. So I would say it's a yes if you need to break ties with someone, or you need to quit that job, or you need to just do something for yourself, even if nobody else supports you on that. Alright, let's get some oracle cards. So I'm going to pull from 2 different oracle cards. We have the Moonology and What's the Vibe. So let's start with the Moonology. I'll move that out of the way. Alright. Please and thank you, Spirit. What does more of my pile ones need to hear of what they need to hear right now? What is something that they really need to hear right now? I keep having this card pull up. It says your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Like, am I fully committed to this? Am I? Please and thank you, Spirit. What's more? Please and thank you, Spirit. What do my pile ones need to hear? Any more? Okay. Yeah. This, I kind of feel like this is kind of like another yes. New moon and Aries. So you could be in Aries. You don't have to be, but it says time to take action. So we've got, yeah, I was picking up on the emotions. We have the super moon. Emotions are running high. And this card came out again. Your commitment is being tested. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is full moon in Pisces, so you could also be a Pisces. Oh, I kind of feel like this is the encouragement you need to hear, because I think maybe this is something you battle with. We have the full moon in Virgo. It says you are good enough. So you are good enough to have something better in your life, whether it's a relationship or career-wise. We have full moon in Aries. We have a fiery climax approaches. We have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. And new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. And then obviously the time to take action. We also had on the bottom, do not let your pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And then I felt led to look at this one too. We have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So if this is a thing where your family might be holding you back, or you're worried that, you know, about leaving behind family to go and do whatever new thing this is. Yeah, everyone will be fine. So, let's get what's the vibe. Let's see what else we're getting about this reading. Please and thank you, Spirit. What more for my pile? Oh, okay. We have cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken. Yes, and laughter, happiness, joy, healing. That's so funny. I was like, I just need to look on the bottom of the deck. There's got to be. Yeah, so right now, you are feeling stagnant. And that's what was kind of coming up in the reading. You're tired of feeling stagnant in your life. It says stuck, dead end, froze, and there's this cute little dog on there. And we've got puzzled, confused, oh my god, I can't speak. Perplexed and conflicted. Okay. I'm not going to pull this card, but this could be part of the reason. But we have legal, lawyers, court, paperwork. So, that could have something to do with it. It doesn't have to. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Anything else from my pile ones, please? And thank you, Spirit. Anything else from my pile ones? Okay. Those wanted to fall out. Let's see what this one is. Okay, we have longing. Missing you, let's talk reunion. So maybe you're wanting to meet up with your long lost friend that maybe lives farther away, or maybe it could be referring to a relationship. Okay, we have hopeless, loss, depression, suicide. Oh, okay. Okay, well, you could be feeling that way. Please stick around. Nothing is ever permanent. Everything is always temporary. Okay? We have karmics, third parties, haters, lesson learned. So you could have learned your lesson with somebody from the past, and maybe you don't even want to hear from this person. Like if it is referring to a relationship. We have exhausted, burnt out, burdened, empty. So these could be the feelings that you're feeling currently. Ooh, for some reason I was like, okay, I wanted to pull this out. Because you're feeling all these feelings. Now, I don't know if you believe in angels or spirit guides, but I felt really drawn to pull out this archangel, geez, Michael. I feel like that's your guide, that's your spirit guide, somebody that's looking out for you, looking over you, and they are protecting you during this time. And this is what it says: protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. I feel like, yeah, you are protected and covered. Let's get one last one. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's one last one that my pile ones need to hear? Please and thank you, Spirit. What's one more card that my pile ones need to hear? Okay. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's one more card? Just one more, please. Thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. This probably one more. Yeah. Okay. So you could be antisocial right now, which makes sense. I mean, you're kind of currently to yourself in your feelings, you know, just kind of doing things on your own right now. We have healing, self-care, introspection, and meditation. So, that's what I have for you, my pile ones. Yeah, just take this time to look within of what you want to do in the next steps of your life. It's your life, and nobody else can choose it for you. And I also feel like you won't truly be happy unless you do make those steps towards what you want. You know, I encourage you to stop staying in this loop of stagnation. I think it's really time to... I feel like your intuition has been telling you of the people that you need to cut ties with, and you haven't done it yet. But do it in your own time, obviously. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what you need to do. It's your life, but yeah, alright. My pile ones, I'm sending you light and love your way, and I will see you at the next reading. So let's go on ahead and get to my pile twos. Hello, my pile twos. Now, if you chose this deck, this is your reading. This is the Mystic Melodies Tarot. It's the vintage cartoon deck. It's my most favorite. Or if you felt drawn to this crystal, I'm not entirely sure what kind of crystal this is. It could be like, I don't know if it'd be like, I don't know, opal or prism. I don't know. It's a white crystal. It's like very shiny too, and I love that. Alright, well, let's get started on your reading and see what you need to hear right now from Spirit. Alright, please and thank you, Spirit. We have Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I felt called to that. You are really guarding your finances right now, or everything seems like you're penny pinching right now. You might be struggling in your finances currently, or maybe struggling to find a job. Oops. We have the Chariot. You want to move this forward, like you want something better, like you want a change in your finances. Alright, please and thank you, Spirit, more for my pile twos. What do they need to hear? You could currently be looking at... You could have just started a new... Oh my gosh, my voice cracked. I'm sorry. You could have just started a new job, maybe. Or currently applying for one. Please and thank you, Spirit, more on my pile twos. This one is very, like... for my first reading, the cards were flying out, and for some reason the cards on this one isn't one to fly out too much. I don't know why. I'll save those. Alright, we got the Page of Swords. We have the Lovers as well. So it doesn't have to be referring to a relationship, but it could be. Could be a boss that you're having problems with. We have the Judgment. Things don't seem to be going in your favor or in the right direction. Ten of Swords. You kind of feel like this, whatever this is, oh my gosh. Yeah, you kind of just feel like you're just being used, and you're, not getting paid enough, or maybe it's you feel like you're getting used in the relationship. Okay, so with this Chariot and the Fool, it is about taking that leap of step and kind of just Actually, no. I'm gonna change my wording on that. I feel like you kind of went into this job just because that's what was there. You just kind of went into it, not really thinking things clearly. Nine of Cups. I kind of feel like your finances used to be in a better spot, and now you're kind of penny pinching. We have the Moon and the Star. Oh my gosh, so many major arcanas in this one. The Star. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see why the Star and the Moon. Please and thank you, Spirit. Why the Star and the Moon? Yeah, you're putting in a lot of work. You're putting in too much work, and you know, you felt hopeful about it in the beginning, but then like now you just kind of feel like it's not giving you what you need. Two of Wands and Eight of Cups and the Death card. So either you quit this job or are going to. There is an ending here. Death card does talk about ending, or it could be talking about death and rebirth. So rebirthing into a new financial job or position, or moving on from this job. Yeah, you want to be in charge of your finances in your life. You don't want to like be helping like a shitty boss do their work for them. We have the Sad Squirrel. It's just an extra card, but yeah, you're definitely sad about this situation. You were hoping for, like, I'm getting this thought in my mind of like the boss promised you something and they haven't delivered. Yeah, you're like the jack of all trades in this job. Like, you're showing up, you're putting in all the work. Like, people do see your value, but I think it might be somebody that is like the higher up that is kind of like treating you like trash, and you're not being recognized how you would like to be. Let's see if there's anything else. Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything more for my pal 2s? Ooh, okay. It could be a boss that's a man. Or he could be like more forming like a masculine energy. Anything else? Yeah, I feel like this person's kind of, like, I see this picture here, and I think of, like, say this is you, and, like, this is your boss. They're kind of playing games. They're, you know, taking control, pulling the strings, whatever you might want to say. So, yeah. Another card that is kind of the imagery like that. Like they're doing some shady shit behind your back. Now, if this is referring to a relationship, I am getting more of this referring to a career or a job. Yeah, you're not doing the greatest in your finances. This is like, I mean, you could have almost lost your place, potentially. Or you could have, like, lost everything that you had. Well, now I'm getting the Happy Squirrel. Let's see. Let's see what... You might be wanting to create something of your own. Be more independent. Like, be your own boss. I think right now you're kind of... You might be trying to look within, maybe trying to stay at home right now until you can find something that is better. I mean, maybe you're staying at somebody's house or your parents' house until you can figure this out on what you really want. I see you putting in the work. It's not going to be an easy road when you put in this work. Whatever you're going to go after. You're going to create something different here. I think you're going to go on your own journey and look within. We have this person looking in this mirror here, and you're like, what do I want? Who am I? What do I want to be? Like, let's look within here. And I see you kind of putting in the work, the effort into maybe doing something more independently. And I'd say if you had a question, it's funny because I asked this in my first pile. If you had a question leading up to this video, like before you clicked on it, and you were like, hey, should I go after this? I see that as a yes, for sure. Okay. Well, let me go on ahead and get some of the Oracle cards to kind of dig deeper and see what else you need to hear from Spirit. I'm going to pull from both of these decks here. We have the Moonology Oracle deck and What's the Vibe. This is one of my new decks I got. So let's see what else you need to hear about this situation. Yeah, the end of a tough cycle approaches. We've got the full moon in Capricorn. So you could be a Capricorn, you don't have to be. We have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. What else, Spirit, for my pile twos? We have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. I pulled that card on my first pile. We have Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. Ooh, full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. We've got the North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Oh my gosh, I just look on the back of the deck and I'm just like, okay, yeah, these are all the cards. Waxing Crescent Moon, have faith in your dreams. And there's something that you need to release. Spirit has been wanting you to release this. Whether it is that shitty job or people in your life. Or release the emotional tension that you've been feeling. So what do you need to release? Oh my gosh. We got full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. And we've got full moon, surrender to the divine. You are very close to achieving your goals here. Okay, we've got a couple of the same cards we did in pile 1. So if you also felt drawn to pile 1 as well, going ahead. We got the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Super moon. Your emotions are running high. So potentially you might need to surrender your emotions right now. You need to surrender everything that you're feeling right now. We've got the new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Ooh, new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. I'm getting a lot more Oracle cards in this reading, I noticed. So we've got the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. New moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Let me see if I can get anymore. Full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. Let me see if there's anything more. If not, we've got another. Anything else for my pile 2s, please, and thank you, Spirit. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. All right. Okay. I'm going to stop with that. I feel good with that. And then I'm going to go on ahead and pull from the other Oracle deck as well. All right. All right, please and thank you, Spirit. We did get the word drowning. Where'd it go? Drowning. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. Now, if this is referring to a relationship, although I did feel more drawn to something career-based, we have distance, divorce, ghosted, separation. This was the first card I saw on the bottom. It says running, escape, denial, excuses. So maybe that's what this person did. Or maybe that boss, they were making excuses here. Please and thank you, Spirit, more for my... Okay. We've got psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable. Okay, yeah, so... Sounds like whatever boss you had or maybe relationship was, yeah. We have paranoid, cautious, insecure, guarded. I mean, for somebody that is like this, they are very insecure. Oh, wow. I don't know how to say this word. I don't know how to say the word. I'll have you figure it out. We have self-reflection, answered questions, untapped talents. So I feel like this person was insecure about what you brought to the table in this job or relationship. And, you know, they were scared to lose you because, you know, they could see your potential. We have love affair, dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. Okay, all right. This is my advice to you, whether it's a boss or a relationship. We have boundaries, disrespectful, enough is enough, defend yourself. So, or you could have even worked with your spouse, or maybe you worked with someone that you were together with, and then they did some shady shit. That could be another reason too. We have thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Whether this person was like this or maybe because of everything going on, you kind of slipped into addiction, perhaps, to cope. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else for my pile 2? Please and thank you, Spirit. What else for my pile 2? Wow, okay, that was a lot there. We have envy, resentful, competitive, discontent. We have narcissist, okay. Egotistical, opportunist, fragile. Okay, so we do have feminine energy, so this could have been somebody that was a woman in your life. Doesn't have to be, but we have gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Or maybe you need to be gentle with yourself, nurture yourself, that feminine side of yourself. Because maybe this person kind of ripped that feminine part of yourself. We have vacay, get away, relax, have fun. I feel like that's Spirit telling you, like, hey, you deserve this. Like, you go take a break. You deserve it. Alright, let me get a couple more. Please and thank you, Spirit. A couple more. Okay, we've got today. Good vibes now in the moment. Right now, it's time for you to just be in the moment. Maybe take that mini vacation, or I mean, it doesn't even have to be a vacation, or just go do something that you really want. Yeah, we've got smell the roses, slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything else for my pile 2s? You may or may not get a apology from this person. Now, I won't suggest this only if you feel ready. Now, this could have been some time that has passed. Maybe forgiving this person, not in a sense for them, but for yourself, so that you can move on. Or maybe this person is going to. Yeah, we've got clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. So yeah, this could be referring to a relationship, doesn't have to be. And lastly, I'm going to say recharge, breathe, let go, clear your mind. And I really do feel that you will have more of a hopeful future, whether that is with a new job or a new person in your life. We have inspired, optimistic success. So with all that shit you're going through, you know, you're going to get through it, and there is hope on the other side. Just take some time for you and do that self-healing when you feel ready. All right, I'm sending you light and love, my pile 2s, and I will see you on my next reading. All right, love you guys. Bye.